That's amazing right there. You got the creator of heaven and earth telling you, I got you. Come on, brother.
So Abraham departed, and the Lord spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Abram took Sarah, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their substances that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Shechem, unto the plain of Moreh. And the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land, and there build he an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. And he removed from thence unto the mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Aion on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and he called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south.
What verse you in? All right, look, we got a couple of these in Jubilees. You about to hit Jubilees, the 16th chapter. I'm pulling it up now. Jubilees, the 16th chapter. Start at verse 20, brother. Let's get it done. All right, chapter 16, start around verse 20. For the family. All right, let's get it done.
Book of Jubilees, chapter 16, verse 20. And he built there an altar to the Lord, who had delivered him, and who was making him rejoice in the land of his sojourn. And he celebrated a festival of joy in this month, 7 days.
How long?
7 days. Near the altar which he had built at the well of the oak. And he built booths for himself and for his servants on this festival. And he was the first to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacle on earth.
You see that? Abraham was the first one ever to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles on earth. That's our next feast day coming up. Abraham celebrated as well after the weaning of Isaac. All right, come on, brother.
And during these 7 days, he brought each day to the altar a burnt offering to the Lord.
See, he's bringing it. He ain't giving it to a priest. He's bringing it. Come on, brother.
2 oxen, 2 rams, 7 sheep, 1 he-goat for a sin offering, that he might atone thereby for himself and for his seed. And as a thank offering, 7 rams, 7 kids, 7 sheep, and 7 he-goats, and their fruit offerings and their drink offerings. And he burnt all the fat thereof on the altar, and chose a chosen offering unto the Lord for a sweet-smelling savor. And morning and evening he burnt fragrant substances, frankincense, and galbanum, and
there you go. Come on.
stacate, all these 7 he offered, crushed mixed together in equal parts and pure. And he celebrated this feast during 7 days, rejoicing with all his heart and with all his soul. And he and all those who were in his house, and there was no stranger with him, nor any that was uncircumcised. And he blessed his Creator, who had created him in his generation, for he had created him according to his good pleasure. For he knew and perceived that from him would arise a plant of righteousness for the eternal generation.
What kind of generation?
Eternal generation. And from his holy seed.
And from him a holy seed.
And from him a holy seed. So that it should become like him.
Hold on, so that it should become like who?
Like him.
Come on.
Who had made all things.
Wow. Abraham's seed has become like him who had made all things. Come on, brother.
And he blessed and rejoiced. And he called the name of his festival the festival of the Lord.
The festival of who?
The Lord.
The festival of the Lord. Come on.
A joy acceptable to the Most High God. And he blessed him forever, and all his seeds after him throughout all the generations of the earth, because he celebrated this festival in its season, according to the testimony of the heavenly tablets.
The heavenly what?
Tablets.
It's records in the heavens. The Lord keep records. All right? Shouldn't be too hard to believe. Don't books get open on Judgment Day? Books? Come on, brother.
For this reason it is ordained on the heavenly tablets concerning Israel.
Concerning who?
Israel.
Come on.
That they shall celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles 7 days with joy.
Wow. Because our forefathers was doing the same thing. All right, come on.
In the 7th month, acceptable before the Lord, a statute forever throughout their generations every year.
Forever, huh?
And to this there is no limit of days, for it is ordained forever regarding Israel, that they should celebrate it and dwell in booths, and set wreaths upon their heads, and take leafy boughs and willows from the brook. And Abraham took branches of palm trees and the fruit of the goodly tree, and every day going round the altar with the branches 7 times a day in the morning, and praised and gave thanks to his God for all things in joy.
Y'all also write down Zechariah 14th chapter, the Feast of Tabernacle will be kept in the kingdom of God. That's right. On earth, Abraham was the first one to keep this feast that's coming up in October 4th. Next chapter, reading to that, we almost done. The 14th chapter. Yeah, start around verse 12, just read down. Just read the whole chapter. You're going right into it. That's something we're going to be doing in the kingdom of God, keeping the Feast of Tabernacle. Why we wasn't told about that growing up? Right. Don't even know and have understanding. The Lord got holy feast days already. We don't grow up learning them though. All right, now trip off this. The next chapter, chapter 17. We got a couple in Hebrews. Thessalonians, we're going to get up out of here. Chapter 17, start at verse 1 for us.
So, Jubilees, chapter 17, verse 1. And in the first year, of the 5th week, Isaac was weaned in this Jubilee. He got 1982 A.M. And Abraham,
1,982 years since Adam. That's what that means. So you got a timeline. 1,982 years since Adam was created. Come on, brother.
Abraham made a great banquet in the 3rd month of the day his son Isaac was weaned. And Ishmael, the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, was before the face of Abraham, his father, in his place. And Abraham rejoiced and blessed God because he had seen his son and had not died child.
Right, the Lord promised it to him. Remember? Promised it to him. You're going to have you some children, some seeds. And he wouldn't have Ishmael until he was 85. Isaac until he was like 99 or 100. You know what I'm saying? So Abraham rejoicing. I see my seeds and everything. What the Lord promised to me way back then, I see it now. All right, come on, bro.
Verse 3. And he remembered the words which he had spoken to him on the day on which the Lord had parted from him. Verse 3. And he remembered the words which he had spoken to him on the day on which Lot had parted from him. And he rejoiced because the Lord had given him seed upon the earth to inherit the earth.
Ooh, come on.
And
beautiful thing to have children.
True.
Beautiful thing. Come on. You see, our forefathers was rejoicing. They tell you today, dang, can't afford it. Our forefathers rejoicing. The Lord gave me seed in this deal. You feel me? Call the brothers up, let's get some lamb smoking. All right, come on, brother.
And he blessed with all his mouth the creator of all things. And Sarah saw Ishmael playing and dancing. And Abraham rejoicing with great joy. And she became jealous of Ishmael and said to Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman would not be heir with my son Isaac.
Don't get emotional. Come on, keep reading.
And the thing was
that ain't right. Come on, brother.
And the thing was grievous in Abraham's sight, because of his maidservant, and because of his son, that he should drive them from him. And God said to Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight, because of the child and because of the bondwoman. And all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken to her words and do them. For in Isaac shall my name and seed be called.
Shall thy name and seed be called. Isaac is the promised son. Ishmael is the son of Abraham. He got blessed too, but the eternal covenant and blessing go through Isaac. You feel me? And when you get done talking, Abraham had to bless all his children, but he sent them all away from Isaac and gave Isaac everything else. You feel me? Oh, what you mean? That's wrong. We ain't been reading the whole time. Family will go to war over inheritance. Even in the ancient world. Read about the real King James. His family was going to war over the throne. He was supposed to be killed when he was born. Same thing. You feel me? So he had to send, even though you're brothers, he still had to separate them. You feel me? Because sons have more sons and more sons to work. Guess what? We eventually going to go to war over this. It's an eternal blessing at stake here. All right, come on, brother.
Verse 7. But as for the son of this bondwoman, I will make him a great nation.
You can't call the Lord and say he ain't fair. Ishmael has become a great nation. The Arabs are very powerful. Come on, brother.
Because he is of thy seed.
Because he of your seed. I got him. Come on.
And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and placed them on the shoulders of Hagar and the child and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the bottle was spent, and the child thirsted, and was not able to go on, and fell down.
Well, Abraham's like he had baby mama drama. See that? Had to send the baby mama and the child away. What you would say today, though? Oh, he no good dead pizza. You say that today real quick. No, he ain't no good. He ain't talking about nothing. Right? Don't lose folks. Friend of the Most High. Certain things got to go down and take place. Right? You get emotional, say, that's wrong. They couldn't get along. This man had what you call today baby mama drama. Come on, brother.
Verse 10. And his mother took him and cast him under an olive tree, and went and set her down over against him at the distance of a bow shot. For she said, let me not see the death of my child. And as she sat and she wept, an angel of God, one of the holy ones, said unto her, why weepest thou, Hagar? Arise, take the child, and hold him in thy hand, for God has heard thy voice, and has seen the child. And she opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, And she went and filled her bottle with water, and she gave her child to drink. And she arose and went toward the wilderness of Paran. And the child grew and became an archer, and God was with him. And his mother took him a wife from among the daughters of Egypt. And she bare him a son and called his name Nebaioth. And she said,
For she said, the Lord was nigh to me when I called upon him. And it came to pass in the 7th week, in the first year thereof, which was 2003 a.m., in the first month, in this Jubilee, on the 12th of this month, there were voices in heaven regarding Abraham, that he was faithful in all that he told him, and that he loved the Lord, and that in every affliction he was faithful. See, so we get the voices get the ringing in heaven about Abraham. He done passed every single test. Faithful. You feel me? Didn't doubt, didn't have weak faith, no wavering. The Lord told him, he counted it righteous. Right? Even though stuff ain't take place for 49 years later, 25 years later, he still had the faith. Right? Here comes another test. Come on. Verse 16. And the prince, Mastemi, that's another name for the devil. Come on. Came and said before God, Behold, Abraham loves Isaac his son, and he delights in him above all things else. Sound like what happened with Job. See, same thing how the devil come holler at the Most High, you feel me? And then Job get put up and his faith get tested. Same thing happened with Abraham as well. Come on, bro. Bid him offer him a burnt offering on the altar, and thou wilt see if he will do this command. And thou wilt know if he is faithful in everything wherein thou dost try him. See, faith will be tried. No matter if you accept it or reject it, you're going to reach that point in your life where your faith got to be tried. What you going to do? Come on, brother. Verse 17. The Lord knew that Abraham was faithful in all his afflictions. For he tried him through his country and with famine, and had tried him with the wealth of kings, and had tried him again through his wife, when she was torn from him, and with circumcision, and had tried him through Ishmael and Hagar, his maidservant, and when he sent them away. And in everything, wherein he had tried him, he was found faithful. See that? Abraham was found faithful in everything the Lord put him through. Come on, bro. And his soul was not impatient, and he was not slow to act, for he was faithful and a lover of the Lord. And a lover of who? The Lord. Lover of the Lord. So Abraham stayed faithful unto the end, the very end. The very end. Thrown in the fiery furnace, circumcised, offer up your son. Don't forget about how he had to go and get his nephew back when the kings came and took down Sodom and Gomorrah. He had to get his nephew back and everything. See that? So trip off this right here. We got Sirach 44. That's where we going next. That's a real quick one. Sirach 44, starting around verse 17. That's in the Apocrypha. Start at 17, read that out. We got James chapter 2. A few more scriptures about our forefather Abraham and the faith that you must have. Bigger than faith, bigger than miracles. Was there not a miracle? He was in a fiery furnace for 3 days and 3 nights. And was delivered. He found the cool spot. Yeah, the Lord is the cool spot. All right, let's get it done. Who got it? Sirach 44.
The book of Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach. If you don't have it, for those who know who are new here, you get the original King James Bible that was authorized to be translated in the year 1611. In between what we call the Old and New Testament is the Apocrypha. Apocrypha is just a title. It only means hidden or secret. It's not another book. These were books that were taken out. It's still a part of the Bible. So we in Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sabbath, chapter 44, starting verse 17. Noah was found perfect and righteous in the time of wrath. He was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. Verse 18. The everlasting covenant was made with him, that all flesh should perish no more by the flood. Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High.
Who did what?
Who kept the law of the Most High.
You can kill that you gotta keep the law of the Most High. Abraham kept the commandments of the Most High. How are you of the faith of Abraham if you don't believe in the commandments? See that? That's your wisdom and your discipline. That's how you carry yourself out here, in the commandments of the Lord. So I know the faith of Abraham. I don't know about that law stuff. Have you heard all that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know about the faith of Abraham either, just like the brother saying over there. Because Abraham kept the commandments of the Lord. How you have the same faith as him, and for one, you don't keep the commandments of the Lord. Two, ain't none of us got a paper scratch on us for the kingdom. A paper scratch. And be complaining, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. Come on, man. Come on, brother. You in verse 20. Restart 20 again.
Verse 20 again. Who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him.
Right.
He established the covenant in his flesh. And when he was proved.
When he was what?
When he was proved.
Or when he was tested or tried. Come on.
He was found faithful.
Flat out.
Therefore he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations of his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the uttermost part of the land. With Isaac he did establish likewise, for Abraham his father's sake, the blessing of all men and the covenant. And he made it rest upon the head of Jacob, and he acknowledged him in his blessing. And he gave him heritage, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes, did he part them.
Jump back to chapter 2 of that same book. Jump back to chapter 2. So Abraham kept the law of the Most High, but even important as keeping the law, when you found or proved with this very faith that you yelled about, Israel, Most High, Shalom, y'all know all that's going to be tested one day. All of it's going to be tested. You're going to see some of the hardest brothers you thought was hard fall off. Dang. Right? Make sure you ain't in this for the praise of men. Regardless if he fall off or not, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You should not be down here for the praise of men. Because he won't be able to deliver you at that hour of temptation. Because here it comes. All right, let's get it done, brother. Sirach 2. Who got it? Okay. Come on, brother.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right off the bat, you come to serve the Lord, that faith that you claim you got, it'll be tested. It's going to be tested. For you to be found faithful, for him to take your job well done, good and faithful servant, come on in, you got to go through a fiery trial for that. You don't just automatically just assume you in. Too many brothers that came and got their ink in the very Bible you read, and they had to go through hell and high water. You just gonna slide on in? Even the son of the Most High had to go through it. What about you though, huh? You exempt from all that, huh? Come on, brother.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Set thy heart aright and consistently endure.
Constantly endure. That means you gotta always, steadily, constantly endure. Come on, brother.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
You see, when it get real thick, when the paper get tight, everybody get the mocking, pointing, joning, people lose faith. You feel me? It don't be convenient for you at that point no more. You dig? I ain't got no money in my pocket. I ain't got no certain place to stay. Dang. Huh? What up? We still all praise to the Most High, ain't it? But see what had happened was, don't make haste in the time of trouble. You got to stay down. Regardless, everybody had to go through their trial, man. Life is ups and downs. Ups and downs. You gonna go through it. You feel me? Get through it though. You get through it and endure, you got a never fading crown. A kingdom is coming. Right? So think about it. Think about all the times you worried about something, and in the end it took care of itself anyway. Yeah. What was I worried about? Yeah. What did the worry even do? It didn't do nothing. Right. Know the Lord God, you serve the Most High, the Creator of all. Why are you worried? Scared. Huh? Got $20 in the ATM. Scared. Go ahead, brother. You got something back there?
Yeah, witness that the Proverbs. It says, verse 13, take fast hold of instructions. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of the evil men. Avoid it. Pass not by it. Turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. And their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. Here we go. For they eat the bread of the wickedness and drink the wine of the violence. But the path of the just is as shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
Let's get into it. Sirach chapter 2, you in verse 3, ain't you?
Verse 3.
Come on.
Cleave unto him.
Do what?
Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
See, if you cleave unto the Lord, you'll be increased at your last end. You feel me? But you're going to go through that fiery trial with your faith. Understand that. All right? Cleave unto the Lord, though. Come on.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
No, get back.
Take cheerfully.
Shit. Whatever you're going through, take it cheerfully. Huh? Walk around the monkey mouth so somebody can ask you what's wrong, man. What's wrong, man? You look like you're coming back, bro. Feel me? Come on, man. Get up off that. Whatever brought upon you, take it cheerfully. Come on, bro.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
And be what?
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
You thought you was going to be on forever? Huh? It's mighty funny. People act real funny when that paper flowing. Right? You know what the Bible said right here? Be patient when you are changed to a low estate. Life is a roller coaster. You're going to have your down points. Feel me? Script say be patient. Why? Why I gotta be patient? Abraham waited 50 years. You can't wait. Couple days, couple weeks, a year or two. You impatient. You gave up. Come on, bro. So it says be patient when you are changed to a low estate. Get that out your mind. You're gonna be on forever. And it's always going to be flowing. Hey, sometimes it get tight. Hey, it's what it is. That's right. What we going to do? Go do something against our God to shut somebody's mouth? Right. I don't work like that either. Hey, we going to get through it. Come on, bro. Let's get it.
Verse 5.
Yeah, 5.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Gold is tried in the fire. See that? And those who say acceptable men, the ones the Lord won't accept in the furnace of adversity. See, you're going to be tested and tried. You got to be battle tested and approved. And it's beautiful because it connects your faith to gold going through fire. Right? But it's the purge that make it shine better when it come out the fire. Gold that took out the earth would be real dusty. They melt it down and send it through the fire. They melt all the impurities, all the stank and stain off of it. Right? They come through, they mold it back down to a solid gold bar, and that deal be shining. Right? So the fact that it went through the fire, you look at it like, dang, I had to go through the persecution and the fire and the affliction, but it's only to make you better at the end. You can shine better at the end. We don't want to go through the affliction. No, that looks like that's going to hurt. We'll have to get through it. Think about it. They killed the son of the Most High. Who am I? Right. You ain't been beat worse than him? Huh? I don't know, dog. You know, rent kind of short this month. Lord say he ain't have